Hi, I'm Atlanta Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan, welcoming you to the virtual Winship Win the Fight 5K. What you're doing is what a good team does best, working together and keeping the goal in sight. Thank you for teaming up with Winship Cancer Institute of Emory University to champion the fight against cancer. They have a game plan that delivers game-changing research to discover new ways to treat and defeat cancer. So huddle up, we're all in this together, with thousands of cancer survivors, families, and medical teams. This is our chance to rally behind our home team and support cancer research right here in Georgia. So let's go out there and make this year's Winship Win the Fight 5K the best it's ever been.
Thank you, Matt Ryan. It is football season, and that means it's also time for the Winship Win the Fight 5K. And like many events right now, we've gone virtual. So welcome to the 10th annual Winship Win the Fight 5K. I'm Mark Winnie, reporter with WSB-TV, Channel 2 Action News, and I am humbled to be your MC for this virtual program. And on behalf of Winship Cancer Institute, I cannot thank you enough for your efforts to raise money to save lives with research that will help win the fight against cancer. And now, I am humbled to introduce a man who is literally leading the fight against cancer here in Georgia and beyond, the executive director of Winship, Dr. Wally Curran. Wally, God bless you for what you and the men and women at Emory Winship Cancer Institute do for patients and families.
Mark, thank you, and thank you for all you've done as well. Hi, I'm Wally Curran. I will really miss crossing that starting line this morning with thousands of other runners and walkers beside me. But we are together today in spirit. I appreciate all of you who are watching and donating to help advance cancer research. All gifts matter, no matter the size of the gift. Emory leaders have always had an important role in our Winship 5K event. And this year is no different. Emory's new president, Greg Fenves, arrived in August, and he's already put on his Winship 5K shirt and is out encouraging the community to be part of our virtual 5K. He has this message for us.
Hello, I'm Greg Fenves, president of Emory University, and I'm so excited to be part of the virtual Winship Win the Fight 5K. Thousands of patients, healthcare providers, community members, and friends have stepped up to support Winship, raising funds for life-changing cancer research here at Emory University. The Winship 5K has a great record, having raised over $5 million for cancer research. Now it's time to keep that momentum going. And this year, we're doing it virtually. So maybe you're walking or running or even dancing in place if you've got the moves. The way you participate doesn't matter. The important thing is to support our common cause, a world without cancer. Because that's what Winship Cancer Institute strives for, by discovering new ways to prevent, treat, and defeat this disease. So lace up your shoes and get ready to take on cancer together. Thank you for getting involved.
Thank you, Greg. I want to introduce another Emory leader who's been on the Winship 5K scene for many years. John Lewin, Executive Vice President for Health Affairs at Emory, and his wife Linda have joined us on the Winship 5K stage and field to cheer participants.
Hi, I'm John Lewin, and I'm proud to be part of the virtual Winship Win the Fight 5K. More than 55,000 of our Georgia neighbors every year hear the devastating words, "You have cancer." But the 17,000 cancer patients Winship Cancer Institute treats each year have a unique resource in the fight against cancer. One of the most innovative and influential cancer centers in the nation is right in their backyard. As the NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center for Georgia, Winship conducts outstanding programs that reduce the cancer burden through laboratory research, clinical trials, and population-based science. Our nearly 500 cancer researchers work together to ensure safe and effective care delivery and to discover innovative ways to prevent, detect, and treat the disease. You know, I'm willing to bet that most of us have been affected by cancer in some way, whether we faced it ourselves or seen its impact on someone we love. That's why it's such a joy to see the Atlanta and Emory communities come together to support cancer patients, survivors, and their families, and to raise money through the 10th annual Winship 5K. Funds raised by the Winship 5K support transformational cancer research, recruitment, and retention of the nation's top cancer experts. This year more than ever, as we face ongoing challenges from the COVID-19 pandemic, we need your help to continue to treat cancer patients and conduct cancer research that changes the outlook for people throughout Georgia and beyond. Thanks, as always, for your support in advancing Winship's life-saving progress against a disease that still takes far too much from far too many. Linda and I look forward to seeing you all in person next year.
Thank you, John. What this event is all about is lessening the burden of cancer in Georgia through our research at Winship. We celebrate the amazing progress that has been made against cancer, but we at Winship are not done. We need your help to keep our progress going. The funds that you raise go directly to support cancer research here at Winship. The Winship 5K is also a time to recognize the many people whose lives have been changed by cancer.
Today, we want to remember those who fought cancer and are no longer with us. This is very personal for my family. Winship and Emory were instruments in the hand of God to keep the love of my life, my wife Kate, the most amazing person I ever knew, in a literally miraculous fight against cancer for 14 years. She survived a dozen occurrences of colon cancer, but went to the Lord on June 7th. The disease never beat her, and it didn't the last time either. It was just a different kind of victory. She won. So our family knows too well how important it is to keep pushing toward winning the fight against cancer by supporting Winship as one of the premier cancer institutes in the world. And I and my sons cannot thank you enough for being involved in this event, whatever role you're playing. Many of us run for the departed. Others do what they can because of the survivors. So many reasons to keep searching for a cure. To those we have lost, we say, we will never forget you.
Mark, we at Winship will never forget Kate. She touched so many lives here at Winship, and we feel her loss so deeply. We're grateful that you once again have stepped up to be our MC. You have always brought extraordinary spirit to this event, and we need that great spirit to keep our momentum going more than ever.
And I love this part. If you want to look into the face of bravery, check this out. We want to recognize our survivors. We want to celebrate their victory. Barry and Charles Ross are two Winship survivors who have been out on the race course and behind the scenes, volunteering and cheering. They've done it all.
This would have been our 9th year to run, and it's something that we really look forward to. We have family come in from all over the United States to support us, and it's phenomenal over the years how big it has gotten. I think the first year we ran, there were maybe 800-900 people, but now it's up like over 3,500 people. And just seeing everybody from babies in strollers to people in wheelchairs, and seeing the commitment of the volunteers, just giving their time is phenomenal.
By heart, I am a runner myself. and I can get out there and run with all the people and a lot of the doctors and the students out there. That's a really great day for me.
A big part of our story is that we were both diagnosed with cancer at the same time, 72 hours apart. So I was treated at Winship with head and neck cancer.
They diagnosed me in May of 2009 for my acute lymphoblastic leukemia. And I was put into remission in 9 months. I couldn't believe it. I was happy. So I've been going for once a year for 10 years up until 2018. And I was diagnosed again with Hodgkin lymphoma. And I went through treatments for about 8 months there. And I'm in my second remission right now. The doctors, the staff treat me so well. I love Winship and I would recommend it to anyone.
Because of COVID-19, it's unfortunate that we have to run this virtually because we're going to miss all the camaraderie and all the celebration, but the need hasn't stopped. Winship Cancer Center is one of the best places on the planet. We have to raise funds to support people and families, not just patients, but caregivers and other supporters to go forward with this. Because of the pandemic, the cancer has not stopped. It hasn't.
So for those who haven't been able to show up on the race course in past years, the Winship 5K this year, the virtual race, is an opportunity. Sheba is a young woman who's been on a long journey at Winship, but this year is the first year she's been able to actually be in the Winship 5K.
I heard about the Winship 5K at the genesis of the 5K because I've been a patient at Winship for 13 years. I have seen people be very emotional. I have seen tears. I have seen smiles and joy. I've seen crowds of people gathering together again, either folks who are on the sidelines cheering other people on or people who are participating in the race themselves. Have not had the opportunity to be involved in the 5K as long as I've been a patient. You would think by now I would have been involved, but I receive my infusions on Saturdays. And so I unfortunately have not been able to participate ever in the 5K. I was a sophomore in college at Emory, and waking up and seeing something the size of a tennis ball on your thigh is definitely not something that anyone should ever experience. Certainly not as an 18-year-old. And through a series of tests, my doctor is able to appropriately diagnose me with a bone marrow disease. And a couple years later, ironically, I was going in for a doctor's appointment and I passed out in the lobby of Winship, and they sent an ambulance. They sent me over to Emory Clifton campus. Turns out I had meningitis and I was in the ICU for 6 days, but they took care of me. The nurses, the techs, all of the staff that really strive to create a comfortable environment. And so I know a lot of folks there by name because the respect and the care that they have given me for so long. As a result of that, I am very excited to be involved in the 5K this year because it's virtual and the pandemic makes it really difficult to get people motivated and continue to be inspired by the work that Winship is doing. So I really would encourage everyone to try to do everything they can to still be involved. Every penny counts, every action matters. So whatever you come up with, it won't be for naught. It will definitely be impactful. I love Winship. It is a home to me, and I wouldn't be here without Winship.
And we wouldn't be able to hold this event without amazing support from Winship 5K sponsors. I want to say a special thank you to Rick Reynolds and the Peach State Freightliner for their 10-year commitment as our Winship 5K Hope sponsor. Rick would normally be on the stage with Mark and me, sharing in this Winship 5K celebration. And there are many, many more to recognize. Our imagination level sponsor is Lennar. Our compassion level sponsors are Aetna, Electa, Metro Atlanta Ambulance Service, Rabobank, Structure Group, World 50, Genentech, Aflac, Arrow Exterminators, Atlanta Public School, Woodruff Health Sciences Center, Emory Healthcare, May Architecture, Janssen Oncology, and Cadence Bank.
So virtually everybody connected to this virtual Winship 5K is helping to save lives. Whether you're holding a stopwatch for somebody running out on their homemade course or whatever you're doing. And we got to say, in that spirit, a special thank you to these Winship 5K sponsors. Courage sponsors, CRH, Cooper Carey, Bristol Myers Squibb, Batson Cook Construction, Seattle Genetics. In-kind sponsors, WSB TV, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, my brothers and sisters at B98.5, WSB FM radio.
Thank you everyone for being part of our virtual Winship Win the Fight 5K. You can donate to the 2020 Winship 5K through December 4th. Next year, in 2021, the Winship 5K is set for October 2nd, and we will see you there in person. Although we are not here together on the Emory campus, you know we are together in spirit. Here are some great shots from 9 years of Winship 5K events to inspire you.
And now it is time to get out and move in any way you want. And to help you get warmed up and motivated, here's a video from the Blomeyer Aerobic Warm-Up Team.
Hello and welcome. My name is Robert Chapman, one of the wellness managers at Emory Blomeyer Health Fitness Center. Today I'm going to get you warmed up with some dynamic warm-up and stretches to get you ready for the Winship Win the Fight Virtual 5K. Anytime, if you need to, feel free to stop, take a water break. This is meant for you to benefit from it and to make your virtual 5K more enjoyable. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna go ahead and just start with a nice, simple, easy march. As we're marching, I want you to just slowly and gradually bringing your knees up. And after 20 seconds, we're gonna go ahead, activate our backside of our lower limbs. So by doing so, we're gonna go ahead, placing a heel into the ground, other leg, stance leg can go as wide as we need it to be. Bending at both knees, we're gonna hinge at the hips. Nice flat back, so we're looking down into the ground. And we're just going to hinge into the ground. Great thing about this is we're just actively warming up the backside of that leg. All right, just lengthening that leg and breathing. Again, nice big deep breaths. Lengthening that leg, we're gonna come up and then we're coming right back down. And we're gonna stay down for about 5 seconds or so, coming back up, coming down into a quarter squat. We'll grab that leg and we'll bring it back, squeezing through the glutes, getting a nice deep stretch in that quad. We'll hold for about 2 seconds, come down, switch legs, again, coming down that quarter squat and coming right back up. We want that knee directly underneath that hip. Again, just 2 seconds, down and switching legs. We'll go one more time per side. Again, you can go 5 per side, or if you need more, you can do more. All right, last time. And perfect. Let's go ahead, again, getting that muscle tissue warmed up yet again. Just about 20 seconds, really getting those knees up and those hands from cheek to pocket. Now, as we go ahead and finish that, we're going to go ahead back to where we started in the beginning, planting that heel in the ground, soft bend at both knees, hinging at the hips, but this time we're gonna get the arms involved. So we're gonna hinge at the hips, we're gonna come all the way down. Imagine that we have a case of water or what have you on the ground, eyes down, we're gonna come down. Imagine we're gonna scoop, come up, rolling those shoulders back, opening up that chest, resetting. Again, same position, down, up, and we're not switching legs, staying on that same leg, coming down. Again, we want to aim for about 5 reps per side, just getting that arm, chest, back, everything warmed up. And as we switch, again, same thing. And as we go ahead and get through 5, we want to go ahead and get that core temperature back up as it probably dipped just a touch. We're going to go ahead and we're going to work on those hips, opening the gate and closing the gate. So as we hit 20 seconds, coming down into a quarter squat, finding that balance, bracing that core, bringing up either leg, left or right. I'll start with my left leg. As we come up, we're gonna come out and around and reset and coming back down. Again, really focusing on that balance, coming up, down, and around. Imagine as if you're going, stepping over a fence. That's electrified, per se. Coming up, again, about 5 per side, and as we switch sides, same thing. Again, we wanna aim for about 5 per side. This time, we're gonna close the gate, so we're up nice and tall, still soft bend in both knees, and we're gonna come out, around, and down. Goal is to have a long spine, and again, just opening up those hips. Nice, slow, and controlled, about 5 per side. And we're gonna put opening the gate and closing the gate together, also known as C-skips. You can either stand in place, it's just bringing that leg up, out, and down, and bringing it back, or if you want, we can add a hop. Goal is we just wanna go for about 5 per side, with or without a hop, and then switch sides, and same thing, with or without a hop. All right, guys, at this point, we have the core body temperature up to temp. We are pretty much good to go. So we're just gonna kind of combine a couple of moves that we've already done, as well as get that upper body ready to go. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead, skipping in place, and we're also going to move those arms, swinging those arms, bringing those legs up, flexing through the ankles, going for about 20 seconds or so, really dynamically opening up that chest, as well as opening up that back. Again, just for about 20 seconds, not going for any certain height or distance, but just getting everything moving at the same time. About 20 seconds is all we need. If you need more, feel free to do more or less. All right, guys, so here at this point, we're going to go ahead, jogging in place, again, going from our face to our pocket. At this point, really emulating how we're going to run the 5K, and again, aiming for about 20 seconds. You can do more, you can do less, all depends on how you're feeling. Fantastic job, guys. Great job. Thanks for sticking through it with me. Now you're more than ready to go ahead and start your Winship Win the Fight virtual 5K. Just remember, be safe, be well, and more importantly, be more.
Cancer teaches a family about gratitude, and thank you for what you're doing. It's time to run. Let's go, and Godspeed.